You know, when I was a young girl, I used to always think I needed to smile 24/7. I thought that was the only way to be happy all the time. So in this video, this is a self-care series, part of my channel, Care for the Caregiver, especially those of us that take care of our parents or children and that have special needs. This is for you, so stay tuned. I often find myself asking the question of what is happiness? And what does that look like when you go throughout your day, all day, and assume that you should be happy? But one thing I found in researching what happiness is all about is that what happiness is not is feeling good all the time. There's no such thing. How can you possibly feel happy all the time? Then you're really not experiencing life. There's ups and downs. There's challenges at work. There's challenges in your relationship and whoever you're connected to. We have mood changes all the time because that's what human beings do. If you're someone that needs to be high all day up here, then that's probably someone who's really fooling themselves, because what goes up must come down. And people are most likely to cite things when you ask them what is happiness, such as they connect it to their work or their relationships of how they're feeling that day. And that's what affects you emotionally, right? Whatever you're dealing with at hand, it may bring you down a notch or two. Maybe you feel sad about something. Maybe you feel stressed about another challenge that you might be dealing with a relationship. Recent research has shown us that people focus too much on trying to feel good all the time. And that's exactly the opposite of what happiness is. It's not feeling good all the time. The other thing that happiness is not is just being rich and having a lot of things. We know the old saying with money doesn't buy you happiness. Maybe, for instance, you get a raise and you're at work and you might get a $10,000 raise on your salary. Yeah, that would make me happy, right? And I think that would make most people happy. The happiness is only gonna hold true for a temporary period. It might be until that point. You might be flying high for the first few weeks once you receive that money, extra money in your check. But then you only find more reasons to buy more things. So that new house, that new car, or even shopping for the clothes, right? Those things will only give you a little bit of a high feeling for a few minutes or maybe a week at most. So the money that you have gained, you probably already started spending it before you've received it. And then the debt comes after that. Do you find a difference of what makes them happy? I know that I remember happiest times as a child. It's just playing outside, riding a bike, laughing at my father telling me the craziest joke on something on the news. We had kind of warped sense of humor, and my father would make jokes and it would be so funny to watch the news with him just for current events. When I think back to those moments, that's when I'm happiest, and that didn't cost a dime. So money doesn't do it. And then like this little guy right here, that's happiness as well. Did she cost me a little money? Very little for the happiness that I get from her long term. Just adopting her at a shelter for all of maybe $30 to get her shots, and off we went. Yes, she needs food, she needs her litter, she needs, her toys, and she needs her grooming. So yeah, it does cost me a little bit of money, but at the end of the day, a little being like that, a living being, gives me all the happiness that I really, really love. And it does curb the depression and helps with anxiety, and she calms me down. So get a pet. And that's happiness, in my opinion. What happiness is not is a final destination. For instance, we might have that goal of losing weight, right? We've all on this channel about fasting and doing those kind of things that'll get you to your target. So what if you reach your target goal in losing weight? Maybe it's a certain number on the scale that you saw and you figured, okay, I'm here. I accomplished something. I targeted this number on the scale and now I'm here. Then what? Is it going to sustain you for the rest of your life? Absolutely not. We're going to have ups and downs when it comes down to reaching our goal, and it's just as hard to maintain the goal. It really is not going to keep me happy, and therefore reaching a goal is not the final destination when it comes down to long-term happiness. Examples of techniques of becoming happier could be like writing in a journal on a daily basis. Now that's just creating a habit, and it's something that you have to learn. And maybe that's easy for some, but I'm not very good at keeping a journal. I'm good at keeping my weight journal, but I'm not good at keeping just a gratitude journal or something that just recounts the events throughout my day. I'm not good at that. The one-shot event that you get the super high and, like most life events such as marriage, being promoted at a job, these kind of things are a one-shot deal. And as they are very wonderful, it will fade over time on that happiness level. So what makes you happy? That's the question I have for you. Please leave a comment below. And thank you so much for watching this video. I know it's different from the intermittent fasting and OMAD lifestyle, but I feel like if we are all on this weight loss journey or maintenance of weight or trying to be ultimately healthy, then happiness should be addressed, because that's what we're all in search for when it comes down to losing the weight and getting healthy, right? Because your health is wealth, and that to me is pure happiness in the most authentic way. So remember, caregiving begins with you, and I thank you for watching.